Hello, it's Kim from Wildcard Wanderer and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm inviting you to grab your cool art mats and paint with me. I'm gonna share with you how I paint this illustration inspired by cottage doors and windows, plus a whole lot more of drawing and painting tips and color mixing using only 6 colors. So let's get into this little art session, shall we? I prepared a watercolor paper that is measuring 6 by 9 inches and 300 GSM in weight. I drew a border around and taped the edges onto the table for a nice white area to help my painting look neat afterwards and to prevent the paper from warping. I started sketching the composition in my mind onto the paper with an HB pencil, making very light strokes for the basic shapes. I've recently been seeing a lot of #cottagecore photos on Instagram, and they're quite relaxing to the eyes, so I thought I would make a simple illustration inspired by cottage houses. Since you already knew me as the lady who paints doors and windows, I came up with this kind of composition. After sketching the basic shapes, I went straight to adding the details. The lines are a bit wonky at first, but now I'm gonna fix everything with a ruler and an eraser. I'm giving much emphasis onto the window and door shutters because they're really cute and they easily give a country life vibe or back to the time when life was much simpler. I'm slowly filling in the drawing with more details that I wanted, but trying to make it simple and minimal as well. Lastly, I lightly sketched the stones and brickworks of the wall, some grass and a bit of foliage for more personality and character to the drawing. After the sketching, it's painting time! For this piece, I'm gonna use lemon yellow, vermilion, cobalt blue, ultramarine, burnt sienna, and Van Dyke brown. I first grabbed this fluffy thick brush because it could hold a good amount of water for this step. Then I picked a bit of lemon yellow and vermilion, mixed them together to create a nice shade of orange. I then applied it as a base color for the stone wall. After that, I mixed lemon yellow with cobalt blue and a tiny bit of vermilion to create this mossy olive antique green which I used for the shutters. After laying down all the base colors, I added some splashes of vermilion for a bit of personality to the painting. When the base colors were already dry, I continued by adding the second layer of color, this time with the richer consistency of the green color mix as midtones. While doing that, I began adding base colors for the other details of the drawing, such as the curtains and the shadows on the door using varying mixes of vermilion and cobalt blue. Of course, don't ever forget to reserve some highlights. I further intensified the colors of certain areas in the shutters with a mix of lemon yellow and ultramarine. I next colored the stones with burnt sienna. Now for this step, I'll be using this fine round Chinese brush. I love how thick the body is, but the tip at the end is so fine and delicate. I'll be using it for a rich mix of yellow and ultramarine to give the shutters a finer emphasis on the lines and edges. I varied the shades by adding more ultramarine, which I used for the outlines and shadows. I painted the curtains with more vermilion and cobalt blue. I'm leaving the window frames and door white and just trying to make it appear more alive with some lines and shadows with a pale cobalt blue and vermilion mix. Now for the stones, I added richer layers of color with a mix of burnt sienna and a little bit of ultramarine. For more variations, I colored the other stones with Van Dyke brown and a bit of ultramarine as well. As I do that, I create some texture to make it look like real stones. I continued painting until the smallest of details such as the grass with some red blooms, the foliage, the curtains, the door handle, and the tiny metal detail plate using fine liner brush. After all that work, once everything is dry, time for the best part. Here is a short clip of some satisfying tape peeling goodness. And that's it. Don't forget to sign your work. That concludes this tutorial. I hope you find this video inspiring. Thank you for watching, guys. Please let me know about your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more watercolor painting videos in the future. See you in my next video. Again, this is Kim signing off. Bye!